stop throwing homeschoolers into public school mid-high school. Good morning, this is Miss Andrea. The homeschool message boards are getting on my last nerve. People are making some wild decisions and they're coming on and then they're asking questions, I guess, for people to either validate these decisions or to help them get out of the mess that they've made. My daughter did a virtual school last year and sadly, I just found out that she failed world literature and geometry. The plan was to start her on regular homeschool this coming year. This has never happened before, and I am in complete shock. She is supposed to be going to the 11th grade now. The plan was for her to do regular homeschool with us for 11th grade. I'm so lost because she got excited about her plan to use Khan Academy and other ways to learn the material this year, and now I'm feeling lost as to what I should do. I'd like to emphasize that the goal is for her to do 12th grade next August and graduating in May of 2026. Any suggestions, ideas, or what is required from me? Let's just look at some of the answers. 2 things. It will be up to the school's discretion on whether they will accept anything you do at home. Number 2, she will still get a diploma while homeschooling. You would issue it. There is no difference in 99.9% of scenarios between a diploma from a public school and a parent-issued homeschool diploma. Next comment. Have you looked into what is required for her to return senior year? There's a good chance that the school won't accept regular homeschool credits from you. Next comment. Where are you located? There may be programs that will assist in here doing a credit recovery. And final comment. Have you considered a GED? I expected a lot more commented and more in-depth comments, but honestly, I just think people are tired of seeing this question. We have been telling people for years, especially since COVID, that public schools aren't going to take a high school student in the grade that you think you are. That's not how high school works in homeschooling or public schooling. The way high school works, I mean, you get the moniker 9th through 12th grade, but the way it works is the accumulation of 23 or more credits in specific key areas. The end. And so the public schools require that those credits be accredited. So if you're doing it at home through Khan Academy, they're not going to be accredited. So that's a wasted year. So let's go back to the beginning of this question. How did your child spend a year on virtual school and fail a literature and a math? Which is wild to me because kids usually fail one or the other. They're usually strong in one area and weak in the other. It's rare for me to see someone failing a literature and a math. So my guess is that she did regular public school grade 9. And then 10th grade, she did virtual school with the plan to do homeschool grade 11. That's fine in that order. You know, you're getting comfortable with stepping away from the public school system. But the plan to throw them back in 12th grade is bad. It's a bad idea for the reasons I stated. You weren't paying attention. You didn't do the research. And now guess what? And now you're homeschooling. So let's just start from the beginning and go ahead and fix the problem she had last year. You're homeschooling now. So get her in, if you want to use Khan Academy, go ahead and put her in geometry on Khan Academy. Have her do the course challenge. It'll show what her mastery is in geometry, and then finish the course on Khan Academy. And then she can roll right into the next math. World literature. Khan Academy has a world literature unit, but it's not very developed. So I would literally have her read 4 pieces of world literature. There's just so many stinking options. I don't even know where to start. But have her read 4 novels that are historically based, and then write a good, solid 4 or 5 page essay on each one, discussing the novel and discussing how it relates to actual history. And then you take that with whatever she got on the online course, and, you know, just assign extra credit, and then she passes that course. Because as a parent, you get to decide what's passing or not. So you want to make sure your child is up to par and can read and write about world literature. And so that's how you do it. And my guess is because virtual school is just bad for a full load. I think public virtual school is okay if you're doing an a la carte and picking 1 or 2 classes. I think it's not okay if you're doing a full course load, because from what I understand, from what I've been told, from what I've experienced, is you need 2 hours per day, per course, to get an A. So, and you probably need 1 hour per day, per course, to get like a C. And so if she was spending 30 minutes, she wasn't meeting the seat time requirements. Whether she knew the work or not, she was failing because she wasn't following instructions, is gonna be my best guess, okay? So at the end of the day, I would go ahead and pull her, have her use Khan Academy, and then keep going through grade 12. Now, the way that you guarantee college acceptance for a homeschooler is you show the portfolio, and it kind of sucks because there's a public school record now. So if you show the 9th grade public school record, now you're showing the failures. So that just looks bad. That's gonna be hard. So what you need to do is they need to also use the Khan Academy SAT prep and do a really good job on the SAT. So take the geometry, take Algebra 2, or, you know, another stringent math, and then prepare for the SAT and do a really good job on the SAT. Keep taking the SAT until you are satisfied with the score, because your transcript is ruined. And so now what you have to show is that by leaving the public school system and then coming over to the homeschool system, your child was then able to excel. And that's going to make the colleges look at them more favorably. Here's another one, and I just don't know where people are getting their advice from. Well, I do know where people are getting advice from. Don't get advice from your peers. Like, if you guys started homeschooling at the same time and you don't know, Buddy's not going to know either. Please look for people that have been in this journey for 10 years and ask them the questions, because y'all are getting bad information and y'all are getting yourselves in trouble. So here we go. Help. We homeschooled pre-K to 10th grade and went to public for 11th because she wanted to graduate with a film career pathway and participate in drama at the local high school. Now my daughter is in her senior year. She has 2 required classes left by DC requirements and 2 more for her film pathway. The high school is going to load her down with a full load each semester, and her counselor won't allow her to take her 2 film classes this semester, even though I've gotten approval and the other counselor said it was okay. And the council said it was okay, so we can just fully DE. Dual enrollment, maybe next semester. I'm so mad. I'm tempted to just pull her out, get her GED, send her to college in the spring. But we need hope from the get-go. No money saved due to job loss, and we're not taking on loans. And I thought we needed a certified transcript for that because our SATs aren't good enough to get it. Otherwise, math. School starts in a week. What are my options? If y'all could just not try and game the system, that would be awesome. There's 66 comments. I'm going to see if there are any good ones, and then I'm going to give my opinion here. Follow the rules the school set or pull her and homeschool her, knowing that the latter will likely result in the need to take out student loans for the first year until hope kicks in. Honestly, I'd keep her in school if that's what she wants for her career, as it seems the easiest way to go for your situation, and you don't seem too set on homeschooling for any one particular reason. Why would you pull her over 2 film classes and have her settle for a GED? All schools don't approve classes for one reason or another. It's literally up to the counselors to sign off on it. The counselor who didn't sign off must be over it for it not to get done with the other counselor signing off on it. The teachers don't approve classes. That's up to the counselor. It seems like a temper tantrum. She doesn't take the classes in high school. There's always college. Are you planning to get her a math tutor prep class to have her retake the SAT? So you might have to go above the counselor to the principal. When I was in high school, I ended up getting the principal's approval since I wanted to take the dual enrolled courses at the high school and night college courses, and my counselor didn't approve it, but the principal did. If the teachers and other counselors are all on board and this one counselor is blocking it without a valid reason, I would go to the counselor I would go above the counselor who is blocking it. Go to the principal. Homeschool students can still take dual enrollment. Go to the principal. Go to the principal. I wanted my son to have a diploma from an accredited school, so we work with a private school in Grant Park. They were great and very reasonably priced. As a film industry professional, if she's planning to work behind the camera, she probably doesn't need any film-specific courses depending on what specific department she plans to work in. She could be a high school dropout or have a degree and still have to start as an extra, then PA, like everyone else. That's just how the industry runs. I personally had to re-educate film school graduate interns myself because what they learn in school just doesn't help with actually building a career on set. If she's planning on working in front of the camera, starting her career now would be more worth her time. Getting signed to an agency, networking with local casting directors, acting classes at an established, respected studio, etc. Taking business classes is something I'd suggest, as the film industry is so volatile and continues to be more so over time, especially with contract negotiations shutting down all productions for months at a time, pretty much every time, that many professionals find it necessary to have side jobs during slow times. I would look into seeing if your local community college had any film classes available. By the time she graduates high school, she could possibly have an associate's. Stop throwing homeschoolers into public school mid-high school. Even if the schools say, okay, we'll take them, a year later, you're gonna find yourself in a problem because they're gonna say, psych, they don't have enough credits, they're not gonna graduate on time, they have to do all these things. They're gonna passively aggressively tell you your child's accepted, passively aggressively tell you that your child's credits are accepted, and then a year later tell you they've reevaluated. I've seen it done so many times. If you are going to send your child to public school, do so in time for 9th grade, 8th, 9th grade. Go ahead and do it then. If your goal is to have a public school diploma, do it then. But there's a bigger problem here. I thought we needed a certified transcript for her because her SATs aren't good enough to get it otherwise. Parentheses, math, smiley face. So what you're telling me is your child can't test through the math of the SAT. And so you put her in public school, hoping a teacher would take mercy on her and give her a B or higher in math so she could get hope. Cheating the system is never going to win. What were you going to do? Badger that teacher to death? Cheating the system is never going to win. Here's the thing. If that worked, if you were able to smoothly switch to the public school from homeschooling to show that 3.0 or higher GPA to get hope, but your child doesn't test well in math, they're going to lose that hope by the end of freshman year. They're going to be on academic probation. Please do things right. If your child needs help academically, get them the help academically. Stop playing games. That's all. I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere. Till next time.